John, thank you for talking to us. 6 seasons, 179 appearances and 1 goal. You've had some special times at Blues, haven't you?
Some really special times. I'm actually very happy I have this opportunity to sit down with you before moving away. It's been a club that's really looked after me. Been through some ups and downs together, and I think it's a club now that's very much on the up. It was a difficult decision for me to leave, but ultimately it's one that's best for me and my family, and that was really the sole reason for this. But incredibly grateful to the club. First of all, the supporters have been brilliant through thick and thin with us, from obviously the Europa League, the playoffs, to nearly getting relegated that last day at Bolton. So a big thank you to the fans of Birmingham City, as well as to all the staff, the coaches who've helped me throughout my career. There's been a bit of a turnover in them, but all have been good to me. And finally, certainly to the board and Julia Shelton, everyone there has been wonderful to me. I can't thank everyone here enough for how I've been treated as a player and as a person.
You highlighted it there, but it has been a big decision for you personally, hasn't it?
It has been. As I said, I've been in this country now for 14 seasons, which is a long time. Pretty much all of my adult life has been here. 6 years in Birmingham, which is the longest I've spent at a club. I was at 5 at West Ham, so just edged that one. But I've loved it. As I said, there's been some ups and downs, but it's funny because kind of what wanted to make me sign for Birmingham was, for one, at the time Chris Hughton was the manager, and I had heard a lot of great things about him. But two, I remember playing against Birmingham in the Cup semi-final when Birmingham went on to win it, home and away, and I just remember the fans being so loud, and they were just brilliant during that away leg when I was playing for West Ham, and it just seemed like a special place to play, St Andrews. So I really enjoyed each and every game I had there.
You mentioned the word special. You were part of some special memories. You highlighted them earlier. The Europa League will stay in the minds for many, many Blues fans. That was a real great time, wasn't it?
It was, and incredibly, I think we had 10 points in the group and didn't advance, which is very unusual. But we certainly gave it our all and don't have any regrets from that. And I do recall a lot of people saying, obviously, the main ambition that season was to get promoted, and we were very close to it. A lot of people also said that the Europa League, the Cup games would all be a distraction. I think we ended up playing as a team some 60-odd games. But I think because of the turnover in players, it actually benefited us. So we had more time to gel as a group and get to know one another. And I think those added games really helped bring us together as a team and to work for one another.
Things changed quite quickly. You were part of that Bolton afternoon where we came from 2-0 down. You were a big part of that final goal as well, winning the ball back and getting that cross in. Do you always remember being a part of that special moment?
I remember following the player to get that ball, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was, I remember it very well. Certainly, it's a moment that's imprinted in my memory. And thankfully not for the wrong reasons, because we're very close to falling off the cliff, so to speak, and getting relegated, which would have been a disaster for the club. And thankfully that didn't happen. And since then, I think the club keeps getting stronger each and every season. They've been smart in a lot of the players they've brought in and the managers they've hired. And I certainly wish the club every success in the future. And I think my one regret certainly was not getting promoted. That was my main target coming here. So it's disappointing for me to leave having not achieved that. But I think with the players and the manager that are here now, I think that's attainable. And I'll be following it very closely and hoping for the best.
I was about to say, it's quite an exciting time really for Birmingham City at the moment, isn't it, with Gianfranco Zola, someone who you did work with at West Ham before?
I did. I knew him really well, and really enjoyed playing for him, I have to say, both at West Ham and here. So that made my decision even that little bit harder too, because as a man I really respect. I think he's a wonderful person and a very good manager as well. So I think it's obviously going to take time for everyone to get to know the system. There's been some new signings brought in recently, and it's not going to happen immediately. But I do think from the performances we've seen, we've been able to do it in parts of the game. I think now it's about doing it consistently for 90 minutes, and once that clicks, I think the results are really going to turn. It'll be one win after the next.
Not only have you been a player who's had to play multiple positions throughout those 5.5 seasons, but you've also been a leader on and off the pitch. Is that something you've taken great pride in as well?
It is. I try and be professional in everything I do on and off the pitch, and I think the modern game you kind of have to be. I think if you're not, you get left behind nowadays. So hopefully that's something that younger players see and realize this is the way kind of things should be done. So I hope there's some sort of legacy kind of left behind to some of those players, and I guess now my job will be doing that elsewhere.
Looking ahead to what you're going to be doing in the MLS, that's another exciting project that's kind of bubbling over there, isn't it?
It is. I think the league's grown. It's come on leaps and bounds in the last years. When you think about how young it really is, I think, 25 years old or so, maybe just over that. The fan base has grown exponentially. And what's exciting about Orlando is that club's only a couple of years old now. They just built a new stadium, they're building a new training ground, but they've managed to sell, I think it's some 18,000 tickets, season tickets, for their first season at the new stadium. So it just shows the support and the willingness of fans to want to watch soccer or football in that country.
You've already touched on the support across the pond, but also from what you've received, going through Twitter, so many messages thanking you. What's your message to them?
I've been very humbled by it all. I don't know where they were on a Saturday when I was getting abused from the other fans, but I've kind of been inundated with support and well wishes from the supporters, and all I can say is thank you. Not just for the recent comments, but for the 6 years. I know I always haven't had great games, and the supporters have stuck by us as a team and by me as a player, and I can't thank them enough for it. They're the ones we're playing for.
Thank you for speaking to us, John, and all the best in the future.